Hey everyone, Rob Pizzola here, professional sports bettor, and today we're diving into an interesting topic for all you NFL enthusiasts and sports bettors out there. We're going to discuss the key differences between betting on the NFL regular season and betting on the NFL playoffs. Make sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe here to Circles Off for more betting insights, and let's get started. First off, I've discussed regular season dynamics in multiple videos before. We'll link those down in the description below if you're interested. But in the regular season, factors like injuries, player form, team dynamics, they all change rapidly. It's essential for bettors to stay on top of the latest news and the latest statistics to make informed decisions. The longer schedule also allows for more variability, making it challenging to predict outcomes with absolute certainty. Now we shift our focus to the playoffs.
The playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
What originally spurred the idea for this video for me was going through Google, going through YouTube, and seeing the other educational content that exists in regards to the NFL playoffs. In my opinion, most of the stuff out there, well, it's complete nonsense. Yes, the intensity ramps up as the teams enter this do-or-die single elimination format. Every game counts, the pressure's on every team to perform at the highest level. This can add a unique dynamic to playoff betting, but at the end of the day, playoff betting is not too dissimilar from the regular season. The biggest difference from my experience is that things are going to get a whole lot more difficult for the bettor. Weeks 17 and 18 of the regular season offer bettors some advantages in that there's a lot of moving parts. Teams are resting players, motivations are unknown. All of that chaos generally works in the favor of the bettor. In the playoffs, we dwindle down from a 16-game schedule to 6 games, and then 4 games, and then 2 games, and then ultimately won the Super Bowl. And there's the same pool of bettors that's looking to bet these games. This leads to what I would call hyper-efficiency in the market. Everybody's fixated on the same games. It's incredibly unlikely that anything is going to slip through the cracks. Now, if we evaluate the regular season over the years and the playoffs over the years, it's very clear that you'll see larger line moves on average in regular season games. Larger line moves equal a greater edge for bettors, especially those who are betting early in the week. As always, if you're not in the top 1 to 2% of NFL bettors, I would implore you to wager as early as possible and try to beat that closing line. Let's use this week's Bills-Steelers game as an example. Early bettors identified potential terrible weather conditions in Buffalo, and they ended up getting some great prices on the under. You could have almost no knowledge of the NFL. Simply just looking at a weather report, you could have ended up with a better wager than all of your buddies who will be betting the game later on in the week. I'd also implore you to avoid just blindly wagering on trends that have worked in the past. For example, unders have been very profitable historically in the wildcard round. Overs have been profitable for the remainder of the playoffs. This is not to suggest that this cannot continue going forwards. However, we're dealing with incredibly small sample sizes. I'll get into that in our next educational video here on Circles Off. But also, you're operating under the presumption that the market has not adjusted to this information over the years. If it's valuable, you can be certain that the market will incorporate it and adjust to it. Everyone wants to bet NFL sides and totals in the playoffs. I'd never discourage someone from betting something that creates entertainment value as long as they're betting responsibly. But generally speaking, it's going to be a lot more challenging to beat these markets. If you look at Pinnacle Sportsbook and you add an NFL side and an NFL prop to your bet slip, you're going to notice that the max bet on the side is significantly higher than the max bet on the prop. This would be an indicator that Pinnacle is more comfortable taking bets on the side than the prop. If your goal in the playoffs is to make money, you might as well look to alternative markets as much as possible. This is not to suggest that those markets aren't competitive or that they're super easy to beat, but there's definitely a better shot at turning a profit on numbers where the sportsbook is less comfortable in taking a very large bet. Now, whether you're betting on the regular season or the playoffs, understanding the dynamic of betting markets is vital. As always, do your research, stay informed, and adapt your strategies to the evolving landscape of the NFL. That's a wrap here for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe down below, and ring the bell for notifications as well. Also, drop your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on betting in the regular season versus the playoffs, and give us some suggestions on future betting content. Until next time, happy betting. May the odds be ever in your favor.